everyone. It's Heather Drummond of Healing Vitality, and today I wanted to give you some tools on how to help regulate your nervous system. When I do my health assessments, it's coming up really regularly that people's nervous systems are struggling a little bit. And when I see that, it's a clue to me to check in on whether they could use some support for their vagus nerve. For those of you who aren't familiar with the vagus nerve is a cranial nerve, one of 12 cranial nerves. And what it does is it supports our parasympathetic and our sympathetic system. Those are big words. And what they mean is sympathetic is fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. And parasympathetic is our rest and digest. And they act like a gas pedal and a brake. We can't have them on at the same time. We'd be skidding our tires, but literally in this system, one has to be on or the other. And what I've noticed is more so in the last few years, more people are hanging out with that gas pedal, almost like there's a stick on it. It can't come off. And that's creating a variety of different symptoms that they're experiencing. Could be that they can't get their brain to focus as easily. They might feel like they're hard to go to sleep or relax. They may be in a state where their body is expressing more pain or inflammation because they're not getting into that rest, digest, and healing situation where the sympathetic system's turned off and we can actually get into a healing time. So, one of the things I wanted to do today is bring you some tools, very simple tools that everybody can do in the run of their day and support turning off that fight, flight, freeze, fawn and turning on the rest and digest. You can look up the vagus nerve and how to tone it on the YouTube, on the internet, and gather a ton of information. It's become really prevalent in the last few years, and that's really good because we need it. So wherever people are going to find this information, it's excellent. And if you can incorporate it into your life, that would be even better. So, a couple of things that I've done in my life that have been supportive and that I've noticed can be really supportive to my clients when I do them in the session or when I follow up with them on how they're doing with their nervous system in a follow up appointment is simple things that you can do in the run of the day. One of them is humming or singing. The vagus nerve runs from behind our ears to our senses and then down the body into our organs. So it runs to our eyes, our scent, our taste, onto our skin, our hearing, down the front of our neck, along the carotid artery, right in front of our vocal cords, which is why humming is so good and singing is so good. Then it goes into our lungs, our heart, our digestive system, all the different organs. It does that so it can remove the blood supply from our digestive system and our organs to our extremities so we can fight off somebody or run away. Or when we're fawning, it takes a lot more energy to be in people pleasing mode than it does to be authentically ourselves. When we're in freeze, we're we're either retreated in and dissociated from our environment, or we might be ungrounded and still dissociated from our environment. And that also takes a lot of energy and will not have the nervous system turned into rest and digest, even though it looks like we're technically kind of doing nothing or we're not responsive to the stress around us. But we're actually taking a lot of energy to be in that freeze mode. When we switch over into rest and digest, we actually allow the body to get into the healing side of our nervous system. And when you think about it, we've heard the term, oh, we heal when we sleep. Well, that's the ultimate rest, right? When we sleep. So, besides humming or singing, you can also do activities like qigong or tai chi that move the energy and are very slow and create presence in the mind and in the body. And if you're not going to go into something that extensive, just becoming present in your environment. And if you've created safety in your environment and you have created things that create peace in your environment, it's to hold on to your body And you can do this several different ways. You can give yourself a hug, like holding underneath your armpits. You can hold your face. So I like to separate my fingers and put two behind my ear and two in front of my face and hold my face like a grandmother from a Hallmark movie would hold a kid's face and would lovingly do it. This is a vagus nerve hold that I learned from a podcast guest, my friend Kelly Marie. If you want to look her up, then I'll always give her credit. So, as you hold your face and you look around wherever you are, if you feel safe and it's true, then you're going to tell your body you're safe. You're going to tell yourself you're safe. And you are going to describe what you see in your environment as you say you're safe. And what you'll notice when the body comes down from that gas pedal state into the brake is your eyes will blink slower. You may take a deeper breath. You may sigh and your shoulders come down. You might yawn. You may also salivate. There'll be a couple different ways that your body will express itself. And you'll notice that as you hum or as you take a deeper breath, there's just going to be a layer of calmness that will come into the nervous system. And it possibly will come into your brain and it will come into your body in a way that you'll physically notice. The longer you do these things initially, the more of those sensations you will feel. And the more often you do them, the faster you'll get that break to come on and you'll get those responses in your body. All right. So do some research if this interests you. If you're curious about where your nervous system is and whether or not it would benefit from this stuff, dive in and do the tools or reach out for a health assessment. I would love to support you in all the different ways that the health assessment can support you. This is just one area that can come up. So thanks so much for your time today. Have a wonderful one. And I hope that your vagus nerve says thank you when you do these exercises. I'm sure it will.